Hi, I'm Mike Kirkpatrick with Oasis Corporation. Our main product is our guitar humidifiers you can see on the display. And the idea is that all wooden musical instruments need a certain amount of moisture to prevent cracking, particularly in the winter months when central heat is running. That's when it can get very dry inside a home, and when wood gets dry, it would like to shrink. Since it's glued into place in a musical instrument, it can't, so cracking could be the result. So we've designed a product to prevent that sort of thing. So over here on this guitar that we have on display, we have one of the humidifiers, which I'm going to pull out right now. Now the humidifier is made, it's essentially a tube made out of a fabric similar to Gore-Tex. Right, and so liquid water can, water can evaporate through this thing, but liquid water would never leak through this particular kind of fabric. So the idea is you just unscrew the cap here, fill it with water, preferably distilled water, which won't leave any mineral residue behind, and then just insert it between the two middle strings of the guitar, and it'll sit there in the sound hole without touching the instrument at all. And I'll show you one other feature which was not intended in the design but has been a great benefit. When the water evaporates, the whole tube shrinks up just like this, so you can tell by looking at it when it needs to be refilled. Now, of course, how long it's going to last will depend on what the humidity is like in your particular environment, but generally you're thinking 5 days, a week, maybe a little bit more, it just depends. So that's basically what this thing does. It's made out of all, soft material, so should it get dropped on the soundboard of a guitar, it's not going to damage the instrument or leave any marks. And we feel that our product holds more water than other similar, what we would term as sound hole humidifiers. Holds a lot more water than any of the others. So that's basically what's going on. And then along with that guitar product, we developed a way to insert it in a ukulele, and that was actually requested by ukulele manufacturers in Hawaii, where it's quite humid, and they were having some cracking problems with guitars that were sent to mainland of, for example, Canada, where it gets very dry. And then we also developed a product for a violin. Now obviously we're not going to get this tube inside a violin, so the next best idea was to add a couple of magnets right here in the seam, and then install a self-adhesive piece of metal, which comes in the package, and then just drop it in. So it's not going to come off, and if you were able to actually lift it yourself, you'd feel there's quite a lot of resistance there, so it's not going to go anyplace. And then just this year we managed to figure out how to get it in a mandolin case, which was basically install the magnet again, make it a little bit shorter, and then a little belt clip that could fit over the edge of the case or over the edge of the the string box lid. And then we also came up with a method for putting these things in a double bass, and it was just a matter of a little hard to explain right here on the video, but basically this thing slips into double bass, and these two pieces of felt on either side of the F hole will keep it from flopping around in there, and it would take two of these to handle a double bass. So that's basically what's going on with our Oasis humidifiers. It's about our 9th year here over at the NAMM show, and despite the economy and whatever, we've had basically 20% growth year after year. So there's a little information, and you can find Oasis Corporation on the web, and basically on the shelves of many music stores throughout the nation and overseas. Thank you very much.